Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us we have the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette C8 Convertible. It's a 3LT with the 70th edition anniversary trim package. It's finished off in carbon flash metallic, which is only one of two colors available for this model. They have a starting MSRP right around $84,000. Now, powering the Corvette is a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. It's paired to the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Unfortunately, with the convertible, you don't really have any access to the engine bay. You can open up this compartment, but you really can't see it. You do have some heat extraction vents here. If you want to see the visual of the engine, you can go with the coupe. Convertible is still a nice option. It just hides that engine a little bit more. So this pumps out 490 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque sent to the rear wheels, propelling this 3,400-pound supercar from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Top speed is 194. Essentially, you have a supercar in a Corvette shell, kind of under the radar. In some angles, though, this looks like either a Ferrari or a McLaren. So it is a really cool, affordable, more affordable supercar under that six-figure price tag. Now up front, plenty of inlets provide a lot of cooling to all the front components. There's two cameras, all the sensors. We have a spoiler splitter there in the lower section. There's LEDs for all of the lighting, really nice lines coming down the hood. And being a mid-engine car, that gives you that front storage space, or that frunk. You can use the hidden button underneath that headlight, and it gives you a good bit of space. You have two trunks in this car, which is very, very impressive and practical. So you have some room for items up front. I do wish that this was a soft close. You just have to give it a little bit of a firm push. For the side, the wheels are a part of that 70th edition package with the red striping. They are 19 by 8.5 up front and 20 by 11 in the rear. I have the red brake calipers as well. That 70th anniversary package also provides it with the seats, the seat belts. There's even travel bags too that we will get to in the rear. All of the badging, of course, the power folding side mirrors, which are body colored, and a huge inlet right here to provide a lot of cooling. All the airflow can travel down and keep this vehicle nice and cool. Now with the top down at the moment, has a really nice look, but it's a hard top. So with the top up, it's really hard to tell that it's the convertible unless you can look at some of these specific differences. But from a glance, it looks just like a coupe, which I really love. I would probably go with this because I love the look of both designs with it up or down. Now in back, we have the Z51 spoiler, LED taillights, quad tip dual exhaust, backup camera with all the sensors, and you can even remote start this. So let's take a listen. Sounds so good. You just hold on this button and it will shut off. Now we have buttons for the front storage, rear storage, or you can use the hidden button like up front. It's a little bit smaller than the coupe, and these are the luggage bags that are embroidered with the 70th edition logo, but it's a little bit smaller than the coupe. I don't think you can fit two golf bags in here. The trunk space in the coupe can actually fit the roof, so this is significantly smaller. But it also has that soft close, which is really nice to see. As we work our way to the interior now, we have a beautiful spec. All the alcantara stitching, white leather, brushed aluminum, memory seating adjustments. We have releases for the front and rear storage, lock and unlock, even the electronic release. Battery fails for whatever reason, manual release is down below. Another 70th anniversary badge, and check out the two-tone seats. Carbon fiber, black and white leather, red stitching, red seat belts. Beautiful spec. And hopping into this, let's get that top up. That control is over with the window controls. Simply pull this in the up position, and that is the angle I was mentioning where you can see or gain access to the engine if you need to, but it does have a massive cover on it. And check out the alcantara meeting us with the hood, or the roof liner there. Back window is still down, just use the other button. You can raise and lower that with the top up, which is awesome. And once inside, full alcantara steering wheel with the flat design to it. We have cruise control, the Z51 button, which adjusts your drive modes, favorites and audio, heated steering wheel, Bluetooth, voice commands, massive paddles, and then these controls are for the right side of that screen. So we have the digital screen where you have a good bit to go through, and you also have some different driving modes and displays that you can see. I went through a lot more of this in the full detailed review, so be sure to check that out. Today we're just going to skim through some of this, but under display, this is where you can even go into track mode and completely change the gauge cluster. So it just depends on what you're doing for the day and the information that you'd like to see. You can also change the head-up display, which might be hard to see on camera, but you can pull up various information, again, depending on how you are driving. E-brake is located down below. Full alcantara everywhere. Infotainment system is angled towards the driver. Power and volume, there's a home button too, and then this is just like every other GM product. Very easy to go through with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all your climate adjustments. Everything is laid out very, very nicely. There's one air vent underneath that. This model also has the front end lift. We have the forward-facing camera, like I mentioned earlier. In a low vehicle like this, those are two added benefits. So that way you can keep that front end nice and damage-free. Traction control, we have different driving modes with this toggle. So you can go to sport mode, you can go into track mode, and then there's also touring mode and my mode, and weather is the last one. And then this is how you can go through the gears. We have reverse and drive as toggles basically. Push for neutral, park, and then the manual setting for the paddles is on the back section there. Two cup holders are right in the middle, and then check out all of these toggles. Heated and ventilated seats for your passenger, for your driver, climates are right in the middle. It's a lot to go over, but it's laid out very well. A little bit of storage in the middle, wireless charging behind the seats there, another badge and one on the window there. You have some room for maybe a jacket or something behind the seats, but it's nice that you do get the storage both front and rear to make this a very practical vehicle, especially for two people. We also have the rear view mirror with that camera system, which is extremely beneficial with these pillars here. But let's get this Corvette out on the road. And from second gear, here we go. Now I'm not doing anything crazy today. Again, if you want to see us really ripping on this, we have some mountain videos that you can check out where we got to open this up. Not this particular model, but we had a lot of fun driving this through the mountains. It's such a good handling mid-engine car that offers so much performance and so much daily driving characteristics. Now we have that back window that we can put down, but then we can also start on the top operation. Looks like it works under 30 miles an hour, which is nice. So that way you don't have to stop in order to do this. And with it secured, we will put the windows up just for audio purposes, but it is set up and ready to go. So you can hear a little bit of that exhaust. When you do an aftermarket exhaust, it really opens this up. But with that top-down experience, this is what you would expect. It's very composed feeling, at least at the speeds that I'm doing right now. Highway, depending on the weather, you know, is going to vary. But this is a super comfortable car to drive. I love the seating position. I love all of this right here. Even though it's angled towards the driver, it would be nice for your passenger to be able to utilize it. So I think that is a little bit of a downside, but it's still a large screen and easy to use. All right, we got the tunnel. Got the pops there. Definitely sounds good. But I think that is going to wrap it up for this walk around review and test drive behind the wheel of the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette C8 Convertible 3LT with the 70th edition package. Once again, a huge shout out to 704 Exotics for providing this for me today. Definitely take a look at their website. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.